not your ordinary show. This is not your usual show. It's the new Dennis Cash Show, the private eye that brings you stars in the sky, the host with the most on the North Coast. And if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dennis Cash.
Hey, welcome back. I hope you joined us last week. We had a great time. This week, we got a lot of special treats this week. But before I go any farther, of course, you know, or if you didn't know, this is the new Dennis Cash Show. I like to say, we like to tell you guys that we do have special segments that come up. I didn't get a chance to mention last week, Community Spotlight. This week, we're doing a special interview with a group that you're probably all familiar with, Men at Large. Yes, and we also had a group, a young man that we found by the name of Australia Solomon. You're going to really enjoy him if you like that Jamaican flavor. He was great. We're also going to have with us today some young ladies, only age 13, all the way from Akron, Ohio. 4 shades of ebony. That's right. Okay, but right about now, I would like to also say we're going to get into this show. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned. Of course, this is Dennis Cash. We're going to kick out of here with these special messages. We'll be back in 2 and 2. See you after these messages.
Are you tired of standing around watching your friends do the latest line dances? Are you sick of them saying, I can do it, but I can't teach you? Well, look no further. Star Makers presents line dance instructional videotapes. For just $24.99, you can learn the line dances in the comfort of your home at your own pace. In as little as 30 minutes, you too can be on the floor and in step with everyone. Call and order your line dance instructional tape today.
Step-by-step and classical line dance tapes are also available at these locations.
Okay, welcome back. As I said, we're going to take you on an interview we did with Men at Large. Oh, you never believe where we caught these guys at. Investigator Dennis Cash always gets his man. We caught up with Men at Large at North Randall, out at North Randall Park Mall. Right across the street, there's a barbecue place called Mrs. Q's. The food was great. She fed us all. We had a great time. You won't believe the things we talked about, but it was great. Right about now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go kick it with my fellas, Jason and David Tolliver, Men at Large. Sit back and enjoy yourself. Oh, yeah. Let me check out a few things here. Okay. Jason Champion, Dave Tolliver here. How you guys doing? All right. Hanging in there. Hey, listen, this is a special segment we're doing here for 2 reasons. First of all, I want to be up close with Men at Large. A lot of people want to get to know you guys, man. Yeah. They call my show and say, hey, when you going to get Men at Large on? So I'm going to have them the second week. Okay. Listen, let's talk about this. Dave, you guys, you got a new album out. Right. One size fits all. What's the concept?
The concept, the title, it wasn't a joke or a pun or anything. The title is the one size fits all. I mean, there's something on there for everybody. I mean, if somebody's grandmother's listening to the album, there's something on there she would like. Somebody who's just a roughneck, hardcore hip-hop mogul, they would like something on there. It's just something for everybody. And we just tried to keep the same flavor as we did the last album. We just took it, I guess, it was a little more advanced, a little deeper. The vocals were much better, and just the whole concept all around was just better, period.
Okay, Jason, how about the first cut? It's called Celebrate, right?
The first cut was Let's Talk About It.
Let's Talk About It? Okay, now you got a new cut coming out called Celebrate.
Holiday.
Everybody, we can call it Celebrate.
My man keeps telling me off the set, Don, he told me and got me in trouble. Talk about that.
Well, basically, Holiday was written to pay homage to all, women, period. Letting them know that it doesn't have to be Sweetie's Day, Valentine's Day, their birthday, whatever. Just, whenever we're together, it's a holiday being with you. I feel special just because we're together. You know what I'm saying? That's what that record was written for.
Okay. All right, who put most of the material together this time?
Well, it was a collaboration of a lot of people. Gerald did his thing, and we wrote and produced a lot of things on this album, as well as Larry Marcus from the Rude Boys. We worked with him. R. Kelly's camp. We worked with R. Kelly's camp. Wilkie Stewart Bookman from Atlanta, Georgia. He worked on Jade's project. So it was a collaboration of a lot of people.
Mark Gordon.
Okay, Mark.
Keith Sweat.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. As far as with Gerald, you guys learning a lot from Gerald? With this producing thing?
Definitely.
Rubbing off on you guys yet?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely rubbing out. I mean, the whole music business, period, is a learning thing. Not just learning from him, but I mean just learning from the ups and downs, ins and outs, the roller coasters, the merry-go-rounds, and everything. It's just a learning process, and it's just about getting the opportunity and that break when you can, you know, show off the things that you want to do as far as like with other groups and things like that. We're working on, you know, hopefully hooking up with some other R&B groups or even some hip hop groups and letting them use some of our material that we write.
How long did it take you guys to put this album together?
Actually, it only took about 2 months, but I mean, the record company sat on it for so long. But I mean, it took about 2 months to put it together. I mean, we spent a month in Philadelphia recording the Sigma Sounds with Gerald and Tony. Then we spent like a few more weeks there with Mark Gordon, recording the Digital Techniques. And then we went to Atlanta and we worked with Wokey Stewart in his house and Keith Sweat in his house. And then we did a couple cuts here with Larry Marcus down at Midtown. So.
Did you guys get a chance to meet Gavin and Huff out there? Are they still?
Yeah,
we met them a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, they still hanging in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they don't have to do anything else now. Everybody else is using their music. I mean, their songs are being used for like movie soundtracks. You know, like a lot of the movie soundtracks are doing like the old songs, and I mean, people are sampling their music. And I mean, you know, the AM stations and a lot of the FM stations are doing the old gold. So I mean, they get a lot of play. Every song you hear is basically theirs.
Okay, let's talk about this then. I know you. I heard from you a couple of times from my little brother. You guys are putting a live band together with Jack now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have the live. It's together now, and we're ready to take it out on the road. So we'll be at a time
that's
there.
That's a big step now because you know most groups that start off like when you guys start, they do a lot of tracking. And when you go live
for years, we
did so many tracks, man.
The
track kings. I said Tony Terry and who else? The track kings.
It's time for the real now.
Yeah, man.
Okay, now you guys just came from overseas not long ago.
Right.
What was the experience like?
Oh, we've been overseas like 4 times.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's pretty much real familiar to us right now. You know, the people over there are very more receptive. I mean, you know, like they might not know the material or whatever, but the energy that they put out during the show is just so much more, you know, more live than over here in the U.S. So.
Okay, well, Dave said talk a little loud.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about the food? Now let's talk about food. How was it?
Food overseas sucks. We don't even go. We stay over there. We wouldn't be Minute Larson anymore. We don't even eat over there.
No?
It's I mean, like in London, they don't have like steak sauce and ketchup and
no condiments, really.
No condiments, none of that. I mean, Germany. I mean, we didn't even eat. We went to an army base to eat there. So I mean, they had like the American food there and stuff. It was cool, but I mean. Amsterdam is nice though. Okay. It's all good.
Okay, well what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back with some since y'all had hard times overseas, we're gonna see if Miss Q's Miss Q's Barbecue Live. We're gonna see if she can bring something on, see what these guys can do. We're gonna be back right after this.
Word up.
For Cleveland. Straight in the heart, waiting for the start. The studio where we time charge. Ruler, here we are. Watch out. Watch out, man, feel my tense time, my girl. Waiting in the heart for the want men. Here I am, your way. You know, girl, I love the way you do me. I love the way I do you. And I would like to know you better. For real. It's a chanting way that we are. It's making us smile, touch it touch. From Kingston, man, Australia, Cleveland style. You told me that you love me. Tell me with an everlasting smile. Now what can I do to put it in you? Is it alright? Alright, I like the way you save me, and I can imagine what you have on. Don't wanna push you with this conversation, baby, as we got it going on. I'm sorry if you are lonely. Is that why the feeling's so strong? Hey, look what the angels sent down to me. And this is the way it's got to be. You and me, hey, in a room full of fantasies. I need tonight in a room full of fantasy. I need you, baby. Tonight, here we go. Batting love in art, batting the love, the greed at the start, batting the feeling but the winding soul, batting the love you can't control. Evil love, just a mission of me wheat, hardcore loving in the week and the gate. Greed and love, it's a man in the night. Ruler, I'm sorry if you were lonely. Is that why the feeling so strong? Look what the angels sent down to me, and this is the way it's got to be. You and me, hey.
In a room full of fantasies while taking off my panties, I feel relaxed, fulfilling my destiny.
Me and you, baby.
In the middle of the night,
me and you,
kissing and hugging you while turning off
hey,
the lights.
baby.
My hands slowly and up and down your chest, making you my baby so you can do the rest.
You and me, baby.
And you're wrong.
I'm sorry if you were lonely. Is that why the feeling so strong? Look what an angel sit down to me, and this is the way it's got to be. You and me, back to the road and start riding your feeling, but you say it's in the heart. Find your pieces, cause the ways in mind. Catching the love you can't define. Evil love it in the greed and your geet. Hardcore loving in the weeds that be sweet. Catching love, quicker, better than art. Here we go, in a room, me and you, baby. My arms are open wide, in a room. Hey, me and you, baby. I want you to come inside. Wind at the bottom, we can need you stop. Wind in the loop, you can give it all you got. We got our thoughts and wait on your God. But then love me, you think of that. Evil love it in the mind, standing heat. Hardcore loving the measure for wheat.
Okay, welcome back. Well, where's my glasses at? What the heck? Man, give me my glass. What the little Barney, man? I've been looking all over for my glasses. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. You know, our sponsor dropped us a studio visitor today, little Barney from Starship Earth off of Lakeshore Boulevard. Whew. And this guy comes in moving things around. But as I said, we're going to keep moving right along here. And we're going to kick you a little bit more to that Men at Large. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and have your nice time. Enjoy yourselves. Man, you better cut that out, little Barney. I ain't playing that no more. You want to leave.
All right, this DC back here. I told you we had to get busy. We even brought our man in, Craig, the road manager from Men at Large. He said nothing goes down unless it goes down his stomach as well.
Right, I'm starving like mom.
Hey, this is Jason, Craig, Jason, and of course we got my man Dave. We can flip in one of their videos here. What's the name of that cut again?
Holiday.
It's called Holiday. We're going to flip that in, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there, and we'll be back at you. We can eat. We out of here.
Most definitely.
I'm not eating.
Hey, what's up, baby? How you feel? I want you to come over. We got something to celebrate tonight. You say celebrate what? Celebrate me and you. What you think? Put on your red dress, 'cause tonight's a special night. I prepared a special dinner with all the things you like. There'll be no TV and no telephone. Got the bubble bath and the candles, champagne and a song. You say you want the occasion, something special tonight. It's our celebration. We can celebrate every day. It's a holiday, very special day. been blessed every day. I thank the Lord for this vision of happiness. Tell me your desires, your wishes, my command. From this day on, I promise to you, I'll do everything I can to make you happy and throw in a surprise. Know that it makes me feel better than a sparkle in your eye. It's a holiday, very special day. It's not Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Valentine's. I'm celebrating you. Oh yeah, it's a holiday, and I wanna be with you. And I wanna be with you. Not your birthday or your anniversary. Hey, just the love that you give to me. Ooh, baby, it's your day. It's your very special day, yeah. Anything that you want, I said anything you need. I've got it for you, don't go away. Come and hold your teddy bear. I love you all my life. Baby, you know tonight is your night. Celebrate. I need you more than you know, so baby.
walk into my groove, but all I could think about is me seeing you. Love chimes, love chimes.
Okay, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed Australia Solomon. That little touch of reggae was pretty smooth. And I'd like to also thank the young ladies, 4 Shades of Ebony, from coming all the way from Akron. They did a great job. They're only 13 years old. I think they did a heck of a job for being 13. Right about now, we like to do this segment, and it's simply called Sound Off. We get letters in periodically from different viewers, and they ask us questions. We try to give them the answer. Let's see what we got here today. Okay, we got question from Armin Palmer. He's age 16 from Cuyahoga Heights, Ohio. What do I do to get together a real singing group? I've been singing since age 6, and I haven't been able to keep a real singing group together. Please help me. Private Eye. Okay, let's see here. Listen, Armin, the first thing you have to do is get guys that will show up and rehearse. You know, guys that will come and do what they have to do. The next thing, you have to develop a friendship with the young man. Everybody's got to be almost like brothers. When you get like that, you're like this. Your harmony becomes tight. It becomes real tight. The second thing is, Armin, just make sure that this is what these guys want to do. You can't be singing this week and then next week somebody wants to be a basketball player or maybe even a doctor. Everybody got to have their mindset. They want to be a singing group, and you shouldn't have any problems. What I'd like to do at this time, Armin, since you wrote in to us, we usually give our guys that write the questions in, we give them something. And it happens to be a line dance videotape provided by Star Makers Audio and Video. This is free. And you know what? This may help you guys learn your choreography and keep you guys together. You know what I'm saying? You guys be stepping like what they call boys and men. All right. Right about now, I'd like to also say, if you guys want to send in questions to us, send them to the New Dennis Cash Show, located at 3647 East 138th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. All right. We'd like to thank you guys for joining us this week. Out of time. We got to go, ladies and gentlemen. It was a blast. See you next week. This is Dennis Cash. I'm out of here.